Alright, let's be honest. Everyone thinks at least one of the Eeveelutions is pretty cool, but it seems people are still a bit confused on which of the evolutions of Eevee is truly the best one. Now, the thing is with the evolutions, none of them are really terribly designed compared to many other Pokemon, but I'm here to tell you which ones are the best and the worst, which will be completely factual, not based off any personal likes or dislikes whatsoever. First off, we have the most basic bitch trash tier Eeveelution. I mean really, it's just Eevee but black and stretched out a bit. If I take a picture of Eevee, paint it black, put some stupid yellow circles, what do I get? Umbreon. One of the great things about Eevee is it can change its body significantly in design because of its unstable genetics. So they could do so much more to give this Pokemon a more dark form, have some edgy cutie marks or something, but no. They also managed to forget to design it having working ears. Unlike nearly every variant of Eevee, Umbreon doesn't have ear holes for some reason. So you are literally deciding to make your Pokemon deaf if you evolve your Eevee into an Umbreon. Are you willing to have that on your conscience? Also, if it's in a bad mood, it just sweats poison. So if you hug your dog at the wrong time, you just die. But next up is one that really baffles me. Glaceon. It's another one that feels like it could have so much more done to it, especially as it doesn't seem very icy other than being light blue and slightly jagged in some places. But why? And I really mean this. Why did someone decide a fringe would be best to represent an ice type? Why does this ice dog have a fringe? I need to know. Apparently it's supposed to represent an Ushanka hat, but really does it look more like this or this? Leafeon is a big step up, yet has this weird detached cowlick, which is a bit of a turn-off, but the leaf motif is actually well integrated into its design, so that's a big plus. Another big plus, its German name is Foliperba, which is a pretty funny word, so it gets another point for that. Sylveon is one I was excited for when I first saw its reveal, but the more I look at it, the more depressed it makes me feel. Not just because X and Y were some of the worst things to ever come out of Game Freak, but also because its design is not very well integrated. The biggest problem being the bows and ribbons. I get that the bows are kind of similar to fairy wings, but they've just been smacked onto the body. The Pokédex says they're feelers, but they don't even look connected to Sylveon. At least have some strange face arms like Frostlass and make it weird. And is it just me that feels like Sylveon doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the group? This is just Eevee became a VTuber, and I will violently slap anybody who says that's a good concept. Now on to Flareon. What is there to say about Flareon? Now on to Jolteon. See, Jolteon is pretty neat. He's a super spiky dog, which is naturally pretty cool, except for the fact that the Pokédex says that it's very sensitive and gets angry and sad easily, and let's be fair, emotions are for pussies. Just be like me, repress your emotions. Let them boil deep down inside you until you can't handle them any longer, and you lash out at your loving wife who tells your best friend Frank, and he treats her right, and is so caring and nice to her, but you really want to tell her just how much you love her. But then she calls the police and tells them, if that bastard comes near me one more time. Vaporeon. What's not to like? Vaporeon commits 100% as an aquatic mermaid dog, and also can tell you when it's gonna rain. The biggest downside is having to water your pet dog every few hours, but it's worth it to own one of the most creative and well-made Eeveelutions. But just between you and me, if you decide to search Vaporeon on pretty much anything, your actions will have consequences. But all these previous Eeveelutions are nothing compared to the perfection known as Espeon. Now you may be thinking Espeon isn't all that creative or special, but let me change your mind a sec. Okay. So firstly, Espeon is pink. Well, Bulbapedia says it's lilac, and according to so-called scientists, lilac is a light purple. But you know, sometimes scientists are wrong. And you may also be saying that Sylveon is also pink, but Sylveon doesn't commit to the pink. You may be wanting more reasons why Espeon is the best. Well, Espeon is based off some kind of Japanese cat yokai, and that pretty much means that Espeon is so good that it surpasses franchise and is now associated with Yokai Watch, which also hosts characters such as Cloud and Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, and Cloud and Sephiroth also feature in the hit game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but more importantly, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which hosts such fearsome foes as Shadow Lord and Ariana Grande. The Ariana Grande, who features as the singer in an ending song of the anime everybody loves, Go Go Tamagotchi. And her singing the ending of a show could signify that she is the end of the show. She single-handedly destroyed Go Go Tamagotchi, which means Espeon could potentially defeat the destroyer of the Tamagotchi world. Espeon can also predict things that are about to happen, which is pretty cool, I guess.